Hi, everyone. My name is George Davis, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about women and nothing negative, just all good. And this is something I think that women need to hear, need to listen to, and most importantly, I feel like they need to know. And what that is, they need to hear, listen, and know how powerful they are. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I think we all can agree that, for the most part, it's in human nature to attempt to suppress things that are powerful, things that can disrupt your life, can disrupt the norm of what you're used to, right? They call those things taboo. So, the beginning of time has left a, definitive fingerprint of how humans respond to very powerful things, things that are a threat to their livelihood and what they are comfortable with. So, this brings me to the topic of women. And since the beginning of time, women have been on the back burner, right? They have no voice. They're getting one now, obviously, but they've had no voice, for thousands of years that we've been around. It's just now in 2023 that a woman actually can speak up and say something, right? They couldn't vote before. Hell, they could barely even work before. And now that they're working, they're still fighting for equal pay. So, women, obviously, that's unfair. But you know what that means? That means that society is recognizing you as a very powerful, the most powerful creature ever created. And quite frankly, there's no debating that. A woman is undoubtedly the strongest creature ever created. And it's really simple to uh, lay down the facts in that regards. Obviously, we can talk about childbirth. That in itself is just astonishing. It's a miracle, right? The fact that a woman every month is in pain from her menstrual, the fact that she has to endure that every month, the fact that she has to deal with so many emotions because a lot of women are empaths. They take in a lot of energy, whether it be good or bad. They have to deal with their own emotions and take on other outside emotions as well too. And so, what is life shown us throughout is showing us that anything that's powerful, people want to suppress it. People don't want to allow it to have a platform because it can be influential to changing a person's normal life, what they're used to, what they're accustomed to, how they want things to be. So anything that is a threat to that, they want to suppress it. They want to stop it. And the thing is this, you can hold something that's powerful down for a good amount of time. In this case, we're talking about women. Women have been held down since the beginning of the time, but they're not going to be held down much longer. And that's pretty obvious and it's pretty evident. And quite frankly, it's a beautiful thing, right? So, what I want the ladies to hear, listen, and most importantly, understand is that when you are facing any type of diversity, anything catastrophic going on in your life, take a moment, reflect, understand who and what you are. And who and what you are is a powerful, the most powerful creature ever created. That you are equipped to take on any challenge, and not just equipped to take on any challenge, but to overcome it, to learn from it, and quite frankly, blossom from it. You come out better. And knowing that, unfortunately, there's times that you have to go through these things, or I guess let's be more realistic, almost every day you got to go through these things. It seems unfair. It seems um, not just, but the blessing is that you possess the ability to overcome that. Because look, check this man out. We get a little sick, we get a little, you know, chills, and we're dying, right? We're in the bed, call our mama, you know, the girlfriend turns into the mama, the wife turns into the mama. They got to do all this for us because we can't take it. But yet every month, women are hemorrhaging, they're in pain from the cramping, all this stuff. And then we're big old babies. We're not equipped for that. We're just not. So I just really wanted to talk about women and how powerful you are, and understand that um, it's real simple. You face the most diversity because you possess the most power, and it's no different than all the sayings you may have heard throughout life, and that is, well, the coach is only on that person so tough because they have potential, and so I guess you can kind of look at it like that. The reason why you're going through so much stuff is because you're capable of it. God gave you something that He didn't give any other creature, and that includes man. So, ladies, women, please understand who you are and what you are. And although it may hurt, although it may seem unfair, hell, sometimes it seems inhumane, understand that you are gifted. You were given power that no other species will understand. And for that, I'm very pro women, and I appreciate you, and I love you, because there's just nothing quite like a woman. So let's dive a little bit further in and try to bring that power into situations. Okay. So, what's a common thing you hear about women, right? They meet a guy. The guy's cool. They're looking for love. Um, and the guy ultimately does her wrong, or whatever the case may be. And she's absolutely devastated. She's crushed. And she just can't seem to understand why these men can't appreciate her. Well, again, it's no different with people not knowing how to deal with powerful entities. They don't know how to deal with powerful things. They mistreat it because they're scared of it. So sometimes, in fact, men are indeed scared. They're intimidated, you know, and you hear that about a lot of women. Women come off as intimidating, but why? Why are women, or certain women, intimidating? Why is the woman that has her own career, that can do for herself, that is making Facebook posts or whatever the case may be, using memes to express themselves, saying, I don't need a man, or whatever the case may be? Why is that intimidating? Well, it's intimidating because that is articulated to a man that he cannot control you, right? He can't buy you. He can't tell you what to do. He can't give you something and then use it as leverage to try to take it away from you, to manipulate you. So off the bat, he feels he's at a disadvantage. And the thing is, you're doing exactly what you should do. You want a man to be intimidated, because the man will be on his P's and Q's, he'll be on his toes, he'll come correct. You're you're telling this man so much without even saying one word to him. And that's a powerful thing when you can speak volume without even speaking, and the way you carry yourself. Those are the things that will come off as intimidating. That's you showcasing your power, right? So the point is that when you go through those obstacles pertaining to relationships and etc., and you're a great woman and things keep happening, and whatever the case may be, and it's so unfair, and everything else, at the end of the day, you have to still be who you are and show who you are, and simply hope you can find somebody that can understand that. Now, obviously, when you get involved with somebody, that requires a level of sacrificing, right? It requires a lot of a level of sacrificing, understanding, critiquing, etc. Because when you're trying to combine two souls together to form one, it's not the easiest thing, right? It sometimes it can be easy in the beginning, but then it's difficult later. And sometimes it could be difficult in the beginning, but then it could be easy later. At some point, there's going to be some difficulties when you're trying to combine two souls. So again, for the ladies, be optimistic, right? Hold your head up high. Understand that you are a woman. You are a fierce, fearless creature that nobody can stop. Only thing that can stop a woman is that woman herself. And again, there's no debating that. Anything that happens to a woman pertaining to a man is always because a woman has allowed for it. You have allowed it to happen. Not because you intentionally allowed yourself to be hurt, but it's because that element you have in you as a woman to want companionship. And that can be on any levels. That can be, you know, monogamy, that can be, poly, whatever the case may be. There's some form of companionship, whether that's just from one individual or multiple individuals. Regardless, that trait is there for women to have a form of companionship. And so it can be a challenge when you put yourself out there like that, opening up to try to receive what it is that you so desperately need. And when you don't get that, it can be hurtful, it can be painful, right? And it can make you shell up. It can put you into a state of depression. It can make you feel the lowest of lows. But again, you got to really listen, hear, and understand that you are the most powerful creature. And what you are going through, you can overcome it. Why can't you? You're here today, right? You've overcome so much already. So why, when you currently go through something, all of a sudden you're not sure if you can overcome it? You've overcome so much throughout your life, but for some reason, in this situation, you can't overcome it. You absolutely can, and you will. In the moment of things, they always seem more extreme than the situations before. They seem to hurt a little bit more than past events, because that's what's happened currently. It does nothing to make your situation, it does nothing to not allow for you to overcome that like you did everything else. The only difference between the moment you're in and the past you were in is that one is the past and one is in the moment, and soon that will come to pass, right? So understand, you have all the essentials to be the best with any and everything, right? You are amazing. You there's so much beauty behind a woman. And I'm not talking about Nothing at all cosmetically. The beauty with a woman is how she's able to consistently get up after being knocked down. It's incomprehensible to see, know, and hear about what a woman goes through and how many times she gets knocked down, but gets back up every time. And guess what? Every time you were down, you thought you'd never get up, but then you got up, right? So believe in yourself, know your worth, know your power, and don't let anybody else tell you any differently, not even another woman. By default, you're the best, you're the bravest, you're the strongest. And that's pretty much it. Stay on your grind, ladies. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive. Understand that nothing can defeat you, except if it's you that defeats yourself. Hopefully you guys tune in next time. I have so much more to talk about. This is my first podcast, and I just wanted to break ground a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I look forward to posting more videos. Take care, guys.